I lied about being a Leo at work as a prank, then it helped someone finally stand up. 4 months ago, at lunch, 3 coworkers asked my star sign. I froze and blurted out a random date, August 14th. They grinned like I'd handed them a secret code. "You're a Leo," one said, and the others jumped in right away. "That's why you're confident. That's why you lead. That's why you stand up for the team." I nodded and smiled, but inside I was thinking, this is total nonsense. On the walk back to my desk, I got a dumb idea. I would let them believe it for a while, collect proof of every made-up Leo claim, then expose it at the surprise birthday party I was sure they'd planned. I started a note on my phone and wrote down each one. Handled that call like a Leo. Only a Leo would say that. It became a running joke in my head, and I kept feeding it. By month 2, I had over 40 lines. Then my boss noticed. She checks horoscopes like they're weather reports and talks about charts all the time. She pulled me into her office before a big client pitch and said, "I need Leo energy today. You're leading this." My stomach flipped, but I did it anyway. We won the contract, and in the meeting she told everyone, "Leo power, I knew it." People clapped. I should have stopped right there, but I didn't. The attention felt good, and my final reveal felt closer. Last week it stopped feeling like a prank. We have a quiet coworker who gets pushed around by our department manager. He's the type who drops work at 4:45 p.m., acts shocked when she has a life, and steals credit when things go well. She always says sorry and takes it. On Tuesday morning she cornered me in the break room. Her hands were shaking around her cup. "I need to thank you," she said, and my chest went tight. She told me she'd been reading about Leo traits and watching me in meetings. "You don't panic when people push you," she said. "You stay calm, and you don't back down." I wanted to tell her the truth, but I just stood there holding my coffee. She said the day before, our manager tried to dump a 40-page report on her, due Monday, right when she had to leave early for her daughter's recital. She said, "No." He shouted at her in front of everyone. She said her face got hot, but she remembered what a Leo would do. So she kept her voice steady and said, "That's not my job, and I have plans." Then she walked out. She started crying while she talked, but she didn't look weak. She looked relieved. I just stood there, stunned. She said she'd been in therapy for years trying to find her voice, and she practiced those words in the mirror. 2 days later, she filed an HR complaint with pages of notes and emails. By Friday morning, HR announced her promotion and a $15,000 raise. The manager got moved out that same day. This morning, she set a $7 oat milk latte on my desk, my exact order, and said, "You showed me I could have a backbone." I stared at the cup because my birthday isn't August 14th, it's in March. And in 11 days, my coworkers are throwing my fake Leo birthday party. I've seen the group chat. There's a lion cake ordered. The conference room is getting gold and orange decorations. My boss is writing a speech about our Leo. And my laptop has the slideshow ready to blow it up. It was supposed to be my big gotcha moment. Reveal my real birthday. Watch them scramble and prove astrology means nothing. The plan was so far along it had its own calendar invite, Leo Day, with a lion emoji in the title. Someone asked what flavor cake I wanted like it was real. My boss told me to wear something gold. I tried saying, "No party," and they laughed. "You would say that, Leo." But now, all I can see is her shaking hands and her brave face. If I play that slideshow, she'll find out she built her moment on my lie. What if she thinks her courage was fake too? That night, I opened the slideshow and stared at the first slide, a cartoon lion. My finger hovered over delete. I couldn't do it. The next day, I asked her to meet me in the break room again, just us. My mouth was dry. I said, "I need to tell you something, and I'm sorry." She sat down fast, like she was ready for bad news. I took a breath and said, "I'm not a Leo. I made it up. My birthday is in March." For a second, she didn't speak. She just stared at the table. I rushed on. "What you did was real," I said. "You did the work. You wrote the notes. You walked out. That was you." She swallowed hard, then let out a small laugh that sounded shaky but solid. "So the lion cake is for a fake lion," she said. I nodded, feeling my face burn. She wiped her eyes and said, "Good, because I wasn't copying you. I was copying the idea that I could say no." She pushed my coffee toward me and nodded at my bag. "Delete the slideshow," she said. I pulled out my laptop, dragged the file into the trash, and hit empty.